Right, just about 20 seconds remaining for markets to open. This is the pre-open price of TCS. Samit Chavan is also now joining us. Samit, I'll just come back to you after market opening. We are yet to take your picks for the day, but we should start getting the first trades anytime soon. All the Tata Group stocks would be in focus. Ambuja Cement declared numbers that will be in focus. A couple of pharma companies, NBFCs like REC have some news flow associated with them. So all of that would be in focus once the market starts for trading. Okay, we have the first trades with us. Nifty is indicating a positive start, 8890, exactly in line with what SGX was indicating. Sensex is up 43 odd points. Asian Paints 978, 3 rupees higher. Cipla about 2 rupees on the lower side, and Dr. Reddy's down about 1 to 2 rupees. HUL absolutely flat. Ambuja Cement down about 2%. That's reacting to numbers. Numbers were weak. Anisha gave you the details of the numbers just a while back, and numbers were not looking particularly that good. Bank of Baroda 0.3% higher. Infosys is up 1%, 1021 for Infosys. Idea at about 108. Hindalco is at 184. Tata Steel about 0.70 paisa higher. ITC flat with a negative bias, and Power Grid also similar story. Tata Power up around 50 paisa. Adani Ports flat with the negative bias. ICICI Bank is down about 15 paisa or so, but not much in terms of movement. ONGC is also on the flattish side. Infosys is now the top gainer on the Nifty pack. It's up around 9 rupees or so, 1.5 lakh shares traded. It's always a very well traded counter, but it's up 1%. TCS is up about 13 to 14 rupees, but I think TCS closed here. It was the adjusted close which came in at 2500, so maybe that's why just replicating this number again. So 2511, that's where TCS is flat with a very marginal bias on the green side as far as TCS is concerned. Let's look at some of the other gainers as well. So if I look at the third top gainer, it's about BPCL. Okay, Max Financial, I think the dealer has not gone through. It's just about 70,000 shares which have been traded so far. So the deal has not gone through so far. I'm just looking at the volumes again to try and find out if the deal has gone through. No, as of now the volumes are picking up. But it's not. The deal has definitely not gone through. Ambuja Cement 1.7% on the lower side. That's a results impact 235. Numbers were not that great. Whether you look at the volume front, you look at what's happening in terms of realization, all of it was absolutely lower. KSP Pump down about 1%, but look at the volume, just 263 shares, so it's not much. So that's another name which is reacting. Siemens is reacting to an order that it won, so about 1.5% higher. It's for a metro that they have won an order. It's 1.5% higher. REC is up around 2.5 odd percent, 3 to 4 rupees, 154. It's also the top pick of Ashish. He had mentioned it last time as well, but I think from there it was flat, but today it's looking as if it's giving a breakout. That's Sun Pharma for you, 681, absolutely flat, no major change. Let's look at Granule as well. That was also in focus because of news flow, but again no major movement over there as well. JSPL is also up 3%. Remember, it was up 10% yesterday, so that's a name which continues to look very good. Anisha, any other names that you can pick up on the volume side?
Yes, Welspun Corp is up 4%. Marks and Pharma, that one continues with its good up move. It's up 5.5%. We've got both the Gammon stocks, Gammon India and Gammon Infrastructure up 4%. And you did mention JSPL, that's also up 2.5%. Now, among the telecom stocks, you see that Bharti and Idea are facing a little bit of selling pressure today in the morning. But we have Tata Teleservices continuing with its good run, up nearly 2.5% or thereabouts. So these are the stocks that have moved up well. On the losing end now, Max Financial Services is down 4.5%, Ambuja is down 2%, and Unitech is down 2.5%. These are the stocks to watch out for, where we are seeing a little bit of selling pressure coming through. Samit, good morning. Can you give us your top picks for the day?
Good morning, Anisha. We have three long recognition. First one would be Tata Steel. Clearly yesterday we saw a convincing breakout from 3 weeks of congestion zone with a substantial rise in volumes. Thus, looking at the weekly chart, we expect the stock to extend this rally. Our immediate target would be around 506 with a near-term perspective, but with a medium-term view, we have a target of around 535 for Tata Steel. Stop loss would be around 477. Our second pick would be from PSU banking space, PNB. Clearly, after 3 to 4 days of consolidation around 140, which has been acting as a very strong support, we saw good positive traction yesterday, and going ahead, looking at the higher degree uptrend, we expect PNB to climb towards 155. Stop loss now can be placed around 138. Our third buy would be on Siemens. If you look at the overall daily weekly chart, last week this stock had confirmed its price volume breakout from a multiple resistance zone. Since last 3 days it's been consolidating in a range, but 1200 seems to be a very strong support, and today we have already seen a gap up opening in the stock. So going ahead, we expect Siemens to climb towards 1290, which would be a near-term target, and stop loss would be around 1175.
Just wanted to highlight that Max Financial deal has gone through. It's about 1 crore shares which have changed hands. So we can just look at that name on NSE in terms of volumes. The indicative price is 565 rupees. This is, of course, you get the changes coming in. There are some sort of volatility in the prices. So the block price does not come exact 565, 17 million shares traded, but the block has gone through. So there was an exit which was going to happen. That has already happened. I think we have another development coming in on TCS where we're getting some live shots coming in regarding what's happening at Bombay House. You can see the new chairman new chairman is walking in. I think even Mr. Ratan Tata is walking in along with him. So you can see live shots over there. Of course, it's a big development today. Any strategy highlighted, anything addressed in terms of media or to employees is something which will be in focus. So that's definitely one group that you want to eye out for. This is TCS. It's reacting to buyback as well, but also there are other stocks like Tata Steel, or Tata Communication, which have been focus area under the previous chairmanship. Ashish, what's your view on TCS and some of the other Tata names, maybe Tata Steel as well, if you could just tell? It's buzzing in the last few days.
See, as far as few other Tata stocks are concerned, as I already mentioned, Tata Chemicals looks very interesting to me, because if you look at the kind of structure this stock has formed, it has consolidated for many months, and now near its all-time high. I think this stock has a potential to give minimum 15-20% return in next 2-3 months. So I think this is one stock which looks very interesting to me. As a trading short-term bet, I have already recommended with a stop below 560 for an upside target of 600. But I think this stock has a potential to test 650, 660 kind of levels in a shorter term. As far as Tata Steel is concerned, again a very interesting play, because the kind of breakout the stock has seen beyond 480 and the kind of open interest addition we have observed from 450 to 490 zone clearly indicates that a lot of long accumulation is happening. So I think Tata Steel has a potential to test 540, 550 kind of levels. So maybe another 10 to 12% upside from current levels could be expected even from Tata Steel.
Right. You mentioned about REC. I think it's reached 154. Could you just retrace the targets and stop losses?
See, I think as far as REC is concerned, it has, so I think it's a clear breakout, and the way the stock has consolidated and the kind of formation the stock is showing, I think the stock has a potential to test 175, 180 levels in a medium to long term, but at least, but in a shorter term, we expect 160, 165 as a short term target. But I think the way the overall pattern is being seen in stock like REC, Power Grid, or even for that matter NHPC, I think these stocks have a potential to give 15 to 20% upside returns from current levels in next 3 to 6 months.
Right. Mr. Sharma, what will be your call on the markets, the sort of buying that DIs have done? What is your call? Do you think any negative news, any major knee-jerk reaction will be bought into?
I think that is what should actually happen. What we have actually seen is the fact that the markets have per se the investors are reluctant because of these state elections the results will come, which will come on 11th of March, and obviously the municipal elections here in Bombay. So our view is that the worst seems to have been discounted. The markets have already priced in partially to the extent that BJP is not going to come to power in UP on its own, and that is what it matters. However, we believe that if the Samajwadi Party is out of power there and a coalition is formed with the lead of BJP and the Ms. Mayawati joining hands, then probably this is not discounted, and that will augur really well. In Maharashtra, there is nothing to be lost because Shiv Sena has been holding fort for the last many decades. So definitely any gains here would be seen as long-term gains for the BJP on its ability to fight on its own. So I think we believe that after the elections, the markets will be much more confident, but the gains are to be had in buying ahead of the elections results rather than after that.
All right, so that's the view on the markets coming in, the election results, before they come out, look for gains then. Samit, have you had a look at some of the gas stocks on the charts? The charts are beautiful. Look at GAIL, look at IGL, look at Petronet LNG. All of them are at new 52-week highs. Would you be cautious now? Would you look to book some profits if you've held on for some time? Or do you think they're good for more? Your views on these three stocks?
No, I think one should hold on to it. If we talk about Petronet, on Friday we saw a decisive breakout from a triangular pattern with substantial rise in volumes, and if we look at the overall daily weekly chart, it's been maintaining its uptrend. It's been maintaining its formation of higher bottom formation. So one should hold on to it as far as Petronet is concerned.
All right, let's just cut across to Bombay House.
Salim! You can just ask them to move now. So into the lens, sir. Yes, sir. Silent, sir. Center, sir. Look camera, sir. I've been very proud of it. I look together to make an impact both in terms of business and also in terms of the society at large. And our group companies have historically shown tremendous courage in terms of pioneering and leadership. We will work together to deliver business performance which are industry leading in all our businesses and lead and not follow. In the group, we is the hearts and minds of people all over India and all over the globe. I will always keep it in mind and do everything we need to do to delight all the people who are proud of the group. And we work together with all the business leaders in the group to drive a lot of discipline on capital allocation and shareholder returns. And thank you. I look forward to the opportunity to serve the group in this new role for the years to come and seek support from everyone so that we can collectively make it happen. Thank you so much.
Sir, just come दिखाइए sir, come दिखाइए sir, come दिखाइए sir. Thank you sir.
That was live shots coming in from Bombay House, where the new chairman has taken over. Of course, giving a speech that he's greatly honored for this post, and he looks to work in terms of the best that probably he can. That's the new Tata Sons chairman, which is saying that it's an honor and a privilege to be a part of such a big group and to become the chairman of this company, Tata Sons. It's of course a historic day in Tata, and what happens next, what's the sort of strategy that comes in, will all be particularly important. Most of the Tata Group stocks are actually not reacting and probably waiting for the first strategy to come in, the first move to come in from the new chairman. Only then you would see some sort of reaction. That's TCS for you. Tata Steel is flat with a positive bias. Tata Metallics is on the positive side. Mr. Sharma, you briefly mentioned about your thoughts of the new chairman, but do you think the strategies that come in, the first steps that come in, only after that the markets would react on Tata's and what essentially is the vision of the new chairman?
I think the markets are going through a correction in the sense that the mess up which Mr. Mistry had created had tarnished the images of these companies, and now they have done the legwork. They have now moved up. So going forward, it will be a function of what is the growth path for individual companies that is laid out, and his policies will definitely be looked at. But we are not worried. We know for that the whatever steps that the new chairman will take will effectively help these companies. So as an investor, as a Tata investor, I'm not worried at all, and I'll give him a long rope in the sense that give him time to understand and then take policies which are relevant to his thinking and the board's thinking as well.
Right. Ashish, how would you look at JSPL? It was up 10% yesterday. It was up. It's up about 5% today as well.
So I think after a long time the stock has started to see this kind of volume activity, and if you look at the kind of consolidation it has happened already, almost 1.5 years breakout, this stock has given. So I will not be surprised to see the stock testing 125 in a shorter term. Yeah, definitely a little high risk, high reward kind of stock. So I think one should keep a strict stop loss below 98 and can on upside look for a target of 125 levels.
Right. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for taking out time for us this morning. Mr. Sharma, just before we end, any disclosures?
Yeah. Among the stocks that I've spoken about, RBL is a stock that I hold, and among Tatas, I hold TCS.
Right. Ashish, for you?
I don't have any personal holding in any of them. Yeah, few of these stocks we have recommended to our clients.
Samit, finally, disclosures for you?
I don't hold any of the discussed stocks, but our clients might be having positions.
Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us this morning.
We'll slip into a break at this point in time. There's lots coming up for you. On the other side, we will be speaking with Chintan Haria, Fund Manager at ICICI Prudential. Stay with us. We'll come back to that conversation.